Hi, everybody. Welcome to our first issue of Volume 2 of Masks Neighbourhood. We had so much fun playing last time. We thought you'll be noted to come back and see these characters again a little bit further on, but with still the same internal tensions and dramas of great teen and young adult superheroes trying to do their own thing. I am rejoined by our four characters and players from last time. We've got a couple of changes though. Will is still playing Dynamic, our media savvy hero and perceived leader of the team. Lara's back playing Gem Nox Barges, but she's got a sister with superhero powers now, and that's always going to be fun. Gowan's back and was playing Oriflame. It's the same Isabella Torres underneath, but they've taken on their father's mantle and become the Grey Ghost. And Cirus Kilgore is dealing with the fact that they are now a multi-millionaire. Their dad was a terrifying assassin, and their mum might be a supervillain, but they don't know that yet. But they've joined up with Beth Willingsby and Priestic 23 and have gone legit, but they're still the Tri-Town Guardians or the Gridlock Guardians because they seem to cause problems all the time. We are playing on the Gauntlet, which means we're using inclusivity policy, and we're playing under that. We're trying to be kind and careful to each other around our play style. We've set up lines and veils. We've set up a palette of play. We've moved on with romance consent form. We've gone through some of the complex themes we want to play in this second season and made it quite clear that these are all approved by the players, but we're using X card and script change as part of our play, and then we'll be doing a cooldown with stars and wishes in most sessions. So we've done some establishing questions to set us up for Volume 2, but we will frame our first scene. We are in the docks of Tri-Town, where Bluebird patrols and tries to keep things safe and clear. She was expecting help from Nox and the Grey Ghost, but for their own reasons, they were unable to get there in time. And now they see a burning warehouse with smoke rising from it. No fire alarms, but there is the bit warehouse he was supposed to meet Bluebird. We're looking down and we see that scene in the first panel of the comics. So, Nox, let's open up with Nox. And what does Nox do?
Yeah, I think that Nox is probably going to kind of quirk her head to the Grey Ghost over there and maybe kind of like signal downwards to go kind of scope things out, and we'll probably vault off the building.
Awesome. And then we see the new Grey Ghost for the first time. How would our comic book audience know that this is definitely Isabella Torres?
Well, the clothing that she's wearing is actually the same cut of clothing. It's just now grey rather than the black and red that she used to wear.
Excellent. And do you follow Nox's lead and leap down from the building?
I jump off. There's the whole thing of me jumping off the roof and the cape billowing out behind, followed by the superhero landing at the end.
Cool.
3-point landing.
Which is always great, right? So, yeah, hit the ground in that landing point. But yeah, the smoke billowing out, it's coming up through sort of the grates, right? As if there's something below this warehouse where the fire is actually at. There is signs that there has been a fight and an explosion here. What are you doing, Grey Ghost, in relation to that? How are you making your way?
Did we actually share our comms with Bluebird in the past?
Yeah, I'm going to say yes. You can establish that it's the case if you want to.
So I'm gonna put out a call. Bluebird, this is Guardians. Are you there? Do you copy us?
There's static. Is this on the local comms or on the team comms? Would any of the other characters be able to hear this?
I think this is on the team comms. I think this is a shared frequency that we all use. So I think the other characters can pick this up as well.
Okie dokie. How when you hear that and you hear the static and you hear that checking if Bluebird's all right, let us cut to Dynamic for the first time. Where do we see Dynamic and how does he react to that coming over the comms?
I think it's sort of a delayed thing, you know, like he's got his headphones on and he's listening, and then there's like and he looks and there's a little flashing thing and he presses the button on his thing and it comes up Bluebird and he's like, Blue, fuck, jump, you know, as he runs out the door and then like leans back in, clicks his fingers and all the lights go out at once. And everything powers down as he jumps out of the window and races off.
And we see our new and improved Cirus Kilgore, now codename Paladin, where is... Oh, I'm going to set something up for you, Cirus, is that you are on the chase. You're literally giving chase through the boundaries of Tri-Town, whereas it sort of starts connecting into A-Town. And there is a masked, a group of masked thugs that you are facing. They are all wearing sort of skull masks, bomber jackets. Put a link in there, and we can sort of see you on the rooftops. But they have been dealing drugs back in the neighborhood, taking up the gap caused by the fall of the 5 families, and you're in chase, but you still hear this on the comms. Do you carry on chasing these folks, or do you decide to head towards the rest of the team?
Yeah, I probably reply on our frequency. Sorry guys, duty calls. I'm on chase for some drug dealers. I'll join you as soon as I bust them and report them back at the precinct. So it might take a while. Let me know if you need help. I can always call some backup to your location. See you soon. And I probably fire like a grappling hook from the pistol and swing down to catch those guys to land on their car or something like this.
Okay.
And, I will turn to Knox and not over the comms. With the amount of paperwork they have to sign, he's going to be all night.
Yeah, no, and this is why we didn't join the police.
Looks like Dynamics en route. Let's see what we can do in the meantime.
I think if you look out over the horizon, you can see this like crackling blue light coming through the sky towards you.
Elsewhere on the comms in the barges household, we see glittering fire in Kitty's eyes as she starts sort of standing up and puts on her own mask and costume, and she sort of goes to the comm and says, "Understood, I'm on my way."
No, Kitty.
He said, "You're not the boss of me."
That may be true, but no.
He said, "Don't you need my help?"
I kind of look to the Grey Ghost, kind of look around.
Kitty, we don't know if this is... Sorry, Lux. We don't know if this is a distraction. We need you on standby in case something else comes up.
Sounds to me like you're trying to provoke her. Let's see if she is willing to take your deflection, or she's going to proverbially extend the finger to you.
As a question, do we all have influence over Kitty, given that we are adults towards Kitty as opposed to everybody else?
She is. I'm going to say at this point that everyone should have some influence to Kitty. I think. Yeah, she isn't an adult as such. She's another teen superhero, but you can all have influence. I think we've all established she's.
No, I meant more that we're the adults in this scenario.
Yeah.
That's
one way of describing you, but yes.
And provoke goes off.
Provoke goes off Superior. And we are down to
Okay,
time
and
has
that's a
passed, 1
10.
in the team. That's a 10. So she hears your words and listens to you. So on a 10 plus an NPC, they will do what you say, and they say, "Okay, but I can handle myself. I can be a real asset to you. Stop treating me like a kid." But she is going to do what you've asked her to do. As we'll cut back to you two then, and the warehouse.
Okay, looks like the fire's coming from below. I'm gonna pull up the schematics and the blueprints and floor plans from the city archives. And basically, try and look at where this fire potentially is coming from and the layout of the building before we go in.
This building does not have a basement level. It was a import and export business, so the floor plans show you a little, but you do, I think, if you spot, as you sort of scan through though and scan the area, you do spot there is what looks to be it was hidden, but it's opened. You can see an elevator shaft.
Okay. How are you with smoke?
I can't say that I've ever close enough to shadows, I suppose.
I meant with breathing it. That's going to be acting like a chimney. It's going to be drawing the smoke up through it. And if we go down there, we're going to need to have some way of actually not passing out on the way down.
I don't know. Is there a way that we can? I wonder if we can drive away the smoke somehow. Is there a way that we can clear it up? I could try to see if I can dispel it. No, I feel like there's a lot. Do you think I could would my powers maybe be able to manipulate smoke? They're kind of shadow-like.
I think you say you're trying to reshape the environment. So it's something we haven't seen of Gem before, but if you're successful in your unleash your powers, then absolutely you can do that.
I think that I'll try to do that. That's rolling with freak.
That's rolling with freak. It is, yeah.
Okay. Let me check my freak. That's an 11.
Okay, so that's awesome. On an 11, it works. You want to describe how it looks as Nox takes control of the smoke?
Yeah. So I think that it kind of starts off like I'm reaching for my shadows, but like I think that the smoke kind of tastes different. Like as opposed, like it makes me feel different. I actually taste the smoke as opposed to like I feel the shadows. I taste the smoke. And so it's a little weird. I think that the smoke kind of swirls and sputters, and then it kind of just like slowly sinks deeper into the ground, kind of almost like I'm creating like a like I'm pressing down on the smoke. But I think I start coughing a little bit. It's pretty crazy.
I'm gonna take out the respirator that I have and hand it over to Gem at this point.
I think that Jem probably accepts it pretty strong. I think takes a couple of inhales and is like, let's go.
Okay. At which point I take out my grappling hook, shoot it to the rafters, and use it to go down the lift shaft.
Okay. As you will see you disappearing down, and then we see the high-speed crackling energy of dynamic hitting the ground outside the warehouse. What are you
Oh
doing?
no, straight through the roof.
Straight to the roof?
Yeah, why not? I think like through a skylight, that's still somehow intact despite this explosion. Just and then like huh. Well, you get that, Jeff? Yeah, cut it together. Anyways, I don't see anyone. I'm going down.
To which the point Jeff says, it takes me. It said I'm making my way as fast as I can. I can't leap tall rooftops in a single bound like you.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I forgot to bring the drone with me. I'm sorry, Jeff. My bad.
But Jeff is on his way. Yeah, you spot the lift shaft as well, allowing you to step down.
Yeah, and I think I'm just doing like the Magneto kind of, you look like you're flying, but you're just holding yourself with the magnetic force of the lift shaft around you, basically.
Yeah, so you're crackling down there. That's the case then. You're just behind the other two, so you arrive and the three of you are there. You're looking out. The smoke is gone. The fire seems to be. The sprinklers have sort of gone through, but it looks like there's been. Well, there are this red hooded, red masked guards, sort of knocked out or injured. Trademark level of cracking that would probably suggest that Bluebird has come through here. But you're sort of looking across and there's no sign of anything. Something big exploded down here, and there sort of seems to be internal sirens coming from further down into the main part of the complex.
Right. Look, you guys were here. Like, how did you find out about this? Would you know you seen Bluebird?
No, we were late getting here.
You were late? What, you guys were supposed to meet Bluebird here?
I got delayed. What can I say?
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Let's go.
Is anyone piercing the mask? Is anyone comfort and supporting?
I think I am definitely piercing the mask to try and figure out what's going on.
I would say you do not need to pierce the mask because I think Bluebird was probably clear about the fact that don't tell Dynamic he's too loud kind of thing. That was more yeah. So if you'd like to comfort and support poor little Dynamic, that would be one thing.
This was supposed to be a quiet insertion. It's obviously not gone that way. I'm sure she would have called you in for the follow up. This was only recon.
Well, it's all gone to hell, hasn't it? Like, we need to kick one of the guys on the floor.
Hey,
I mean, not hard, like just with my foot, you know.
As we see, I think we see your foot going to their chest. We cut flip the page and see Paladin equally just about to land in this group of thugs.
Just to be clear, are they because you said I'm in a pursuit, so I assume they are in some kind of vehicle?
No, they're on foot. Well, yeah, no, they're on foot. They're running from you. I think they'd taken up and they were dealing back in almost like a flashback, full circle back, right? They were dealing down in the boiler and the skate park where Quiver made their debut. But they're trying to get away from you. Some of them are splitting. They go like, "You can't catch us all." And two split down one alleyway, and then there's four in another, and one goes down a third one.
Yeah, well, they are right. I can't catch them all, but I'm not alone, and I assume I would go to the comms and say, "This is Paladin requesting an arrest backup on the Boiler Square. Two fugitives are going to the 5th Avenue, and one fugitive is going to the Left Avenue. I'm going after the 4, requesting backup."
Cool. What does Sparky's new outfit look like, Paladin? Or is it the same?
Oh, yeah. I think so. My colors are blue, gold, and white. So I assume he has like he probably has like a blue tunic on Sparky with like gold ornaments on the side. And other than that, he's just like a awesome looking German Shepherd. So
Okay.
probably he's running. We see him running on the ground, and I'm still on the grappling hook, and I want to just like land directly on this like group of the four, and like maybe like tackle them.
Sure. So I think Sparky goes after the one on their own. You're hoping the others will be picked up, but yeah, there's these four. Describe well. How are you going to try and take them out? What's your plan here?
I think I wanna. What's my plan? Yeah, my plan is to like land in the middle of the group. Maybe like during a landing, tackle like 2 or 3 of them, if possible, and then go to a regular brawl with them.
So it sounds to me like you're trying to directly engage a threat, which you're going to roll with your danger.
Yes.
But you are, and one of the things you may want to think before we get started is one of your moves. Do you want to think about, because you've been chasing them, so you have a chance to observe your opposition before a fight. So if you would like to roll your new move before we got started, you're more than welcome to do that.
I think Paladin really wants to get it done quickly.
Okay.
So he would engage quickly to get these guys busted and then go join the team. So probably would not take the time to study them.
Sure. Then straight into directly engage a threat.
Yeah, I rolled a 9.
Okay, so on a 7 to 9, you managed to pick one. What are you going to do? Resist, avoid their blows, take something from them. You involve hit them and inflict a condition as well, but you surprise frightening. What's your plan?
I want to pick the option to frighten the opposition. So I suppose after I like land on 2 of them and I probably like kick the third one so that he has like maybe like a dislocated knee or something.
Mm-hmm.
I look at the last one who was probably about to run and I say, "You can run, but I will get you. You can surrender and you will be unharmed."
Okay, so as you do that, we'll flip the page again back to the other 3. And yeah, you were trying to wake or deal with one of the guards. Was that the
Oh,
plan?
no, that was just a kicker thing. Like just in a dramatic sort of narration. I
Sure.
think personally, Dynamic's thing is look around and, we'll even use his powers to bring on any lighting or anything that might be viable in the area or generate light himself.
Cool. So you're trying to reshape the environment there. So that would be an unleash your powers, just to sort of try and bring that up.
I was adding the Star Wars stuff, and I've appeared to have closed the dice roller. Where is it?
I'll put it into the channel out.
There it is. I found
Oh,
it
got it?
in the
Safety
safety
support.
tools. Yeah. I will roll my 2 plus freak. I got a 7, and my freak is currently at a 0, so it's a 7, which means I will. You can tell me how the effect is unstable or temporary.
Okay. I think you sort of spring out light. You're glittering with energy, so there's enough light to note now down here. But this is, by the looks of it, quite a large underground lab complex. There are what appear to be crates or cells. Evidence here that some sort of either sort of surgery experimentations going on, but I think the thing that becomes unsavory is you spot the cracked half of Bluebird's mask on the ground, and that causes you to flare, and all the lights down here pop with a a crackle as your electricity sort of you lose a little control over it.
Hmm.
What the hell just happened?
Quick, you see it? A mask. Fuck. And he's like clicking his fingers and just sparks are coming out. You know, like he can't get it back on. He's too stressed out to. Like, God damn it! Where's Lux when you need her? Did you bring a torch for God's sake? Anything in there?
Of course, I brought a torch.
Then use it.
And
I think that Jem's going to maybe put a hand on Dynamic's shoulder and say, "We need to keep our heads. It's going to be okay. We're going to find her."
Yeah, we'll find her when you get your torch out.
Sounds like to me your comfort and supporting there, Nox. So
Like,
Okay. Comfort and support is roll with mundane, right?
that's right.
Okay. And my mundane is. All right, so that's a 7.
nice. I will happily take the potential from that. Thank you very much. And you know, I'm like, do we know each other's names now, like properly? Do you think?
oh yeah, well, we've introduced ourselves in the last.
Yeah. So in which case, I'll say thanks, Jem.
What a team does, right?
Where's the Where's the mask? Where did you see it?
Point over there. I assume you get your torch out.
Yep. I've got an actual utility belt now. So reach into my utility belt and take out my torch and
Sure.
and go in and have a look at the mask.
It looks like something hard hit it. Whatever hit it was enough. You can see blood on it. It was enough to crack open that mask, and there is sort of a trail of blood on the ground. Other than that, these around you say there are. Well, actually, would you like to assess the situation? Maybe.
Yeah, I think that's
I'll
good.
give you some intel based on your role.
That's assess the situation.
That is with superior.
Woohoo! That's a 7. No, sorry, that's an 8.
So you get to ask a question from the assess the situation. Remember that these are guidelines and not the only questions you can ask. So there's something you specifically going to ask me about the situation you're in. You can use assess the situation for that.
What here can I use to find Bluebird?
I think you've probably got something in your utility belt that you can. Now you spotted the blood. You can use that to track where she has gone.
Yep, I think I've got a filter that screws over the actual torch, and you know the whole thing from CSI. When you move it around, it actually makes the blood glow. And looking at the actual damage to the mask, what here is the greatest danger? What's actually caused this? Is it a specific weapon? Is it burnt or melted like an energy weapon, or?
So it's a 7 to 9, so that's a 1 question. But I'll
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
But sorry, I thought you said 2.
Yeah, but what it looks like something has hit it with enough blunt trauma to crack it, right?
Okay.
So it is what has hit it here.
Okay. No worries. She's got to be around here somewhere. She can't have gone too far. And I take out the filter, I screw it on, and let's go and see where she went.
Dynamic goes, yeah, and clenches his fist, and then a whole bunch of like shrapnel and metal stuff just sort of like around it, kind of like he's floating in midair, kind of like he's ready to just throw it at the next thing that he sees that doesn't look right.
Okay. So we see you heading that way. Let's flip the page back to Paladin as the one guy that is sort of left standing. You've knocked the other two onto the floor. You've tried to break the knee of the third one. He's looking at you, and you told him to sort of step down. I think he sort of looks back at you, and he says, he goes, "Screw you, cop," and pulls a pistol out. It is not a normal looking gun. This appears to be a military hardware and is an energy weapon of some sort. How are you going to react to that, Cirus? Because he's going to blast you with it if you don't do something.
Yeah. Well, I think Paladin is full of himself right now. So he would. So I look at the guy and I say, "Give me your best shot, but after this, prepare to be prepared to receive the judgment."
At which point he goes, "Sure, hero," and pulls the trigger. And I'd like you to take a powerful blow.
Yeah, let's do it, because I'm totally sure that this will do nothing. I'm totally full of myself. But I rolled a 5. I got no conditions. So, yeah.
So you're right. Do you say it? Describe what it looks like. Does it shoot you and you do nothing, or do you dodge out of the way? How does this look in the panel?
So you have to tell me, like, because you said it's some kind of energy weapon. Does it shoot like a plasma bolt?
Yeah,
Or does it shoot like a stun bolt?
It's like a blaster weapon, right? So sort of there's a bolt of energy that's going to cut out of it.
Yeah, I think I'm just standing there. The bolt just like hits me, and it seems it didn't like wound my body or just like barely scratched off the armor. And I look at him. I look at the scratch. And I say, "I told you to give me your best shot. Now I'm going to bring you to justice." And I probably lead just like walk to the guy and just like really hard punch him in the face, a knockout punch.
Okay, so you're going to directly engage the threat then to try and.
Sure. Yes. Oh, it didn't go so well. It's a 4. Man, I'm racking the potential today.
So the good thing is, I suppose, take part of the potential, but what you do is you sort of move towards him. The two you knock to they're off their feet. They weren't out; they just knocked to the feet. One of them pulls something similar and turns the power setting up on the weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So his shot takes you square in the back, knocking you sideways. And as you failed there, right, I'm going to inflict a condition on you. So how are you feeling as you get shot in the back? And then you sort of, there's a couple of other shots as you know, they're all trying to try and take you down. So you're going to take one condition and then you're going to try, and then after that, take a powerful blow.
I'm just looking, because I totally expect these guys not to bring up such a powerful toys, man. But I want to play the cool guy over here.
You ever think about that? And I'll cut back to the page, and we'll come back and do that roll in a second, right? So, your rest of you are making your way through the lab, and it appears there is another. Well, actually, it looks like the trail ends near what appears to be water. Well, not appears to be, is actual water, but there was, by the looks of it, there are some submersible vehicles here. One appears to be missing, but this sort of goes out into the river, you think, and the blood trail ends, and the submersible has gone.
So there was a sub here and it's gone now.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Who's got a sub in the middle of Tri-Town?
Who's got multiple subs in the middle of Tri-Town? They're
So Bluebird didn't tell either of you what this was about? Just that she had something?
No, just asked us to help with the recon mission. At least that's all she told me.
Yeah, no, something about experiments. Did either of you recognize those uniforms that the guards were wearing?
Well, red masks. It's the Scarlet Lady, right? The only one of the old group that we didn't manage to take down.
Not everything can be determined by Brandon.
I look at grey ghosts. Look up, look down. Yeah. Sure thing, Izzy.
Can we not use names, please? We have no idea who's listening to us here.
Right, 'cause Jeff isn't even. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Izzy. Yeah. Izzy. Jesus Christ, that's a terrible mistake. Nox. I'll see if I can actually. These subs have to have some way of communicating. I'll see if I can actually get a signal on this or find some way to track it. While I'm doing this, can you check the cells?
Yeah, sure thing.
Okay, let's flip back to Paladin, who did not have a good roll, at least this. So, what are you doing for your 10 plus?
This was a fantastic roll. So I marked angry. This guy's shooting at me. It really hits and it makes me really angry. And I think I'm going to lose control over my powers in a terrible way. I think I'm going to do like so they shoot me, it probably hits hard, and I'm going to just like stomp so hard that there was going to go like a seismic wave in like probably like, I don't know, maybe like damage the building, definitely the walkway or whatever is nearby. This is going to be like a kind of, like a super strength stomp, like a Hulk stomp on the floor to say it's like a seismic wave.
Okay.
Do you want me to go more extreme or is it enough?
I think that's it's. I think what it causes collateral damage. Like the around you, the windows nearby explode. There's a crack in the floor. These guys are knocked off their feet. A fire hydrant sort of explodes and there's water, and areas of the light sort of go out around you. And as your temper has got the better of you, there's sort of suddenly then the rest of the lights in the street go out, and you see something in the darkness moving that hits the guys in the skull masks and with the weapons hard. You can hear bones breaking. You can hear screeches of pain as something sort of impacts them. One of them sort of flies into you. You push them away, and that sort of snaps you out of it as this figure grabs you and looks at you, and you're pulled forward in looking into a metallic mask and glittering blue eyes. And the figure sort of looks at you and holds you by your lapels and says, "It's like, keep out of A-Town." And he thumps you before zipping up into the back up, leaping up on a cord into the roof. And you're left looking at these guards, which are thugs, which are all broken and busted up on the floor. Do you want to react to that in any way? Do you want to do something like a pierce the mask or try and give chase?
Yeah, I think I think it takes me a moment to realize what happened here, and now I think that this guy has done more harm to them than I did. So I think I should at least get to know, is he a villain or someone who pretends to be a hero? Maybe bust him down. I don't know. So yeah, I probably like shout after him, "Hey, stop! I got some questions to ask." And I pull on the grappling hook, and yeah, and I give him a chase.
As you sort of trying to chase him, he sort of looks and sort of stops. He's already a rooftop away, and he says, "We don't need your help here." He growls, "I'm the Rakshasa. I'm the devil of Union City. Stay away." And he sort of is attempting. Well, you, if you want to chase him, you're going to need to unleash your powers to see if you can catch up with him. Otherwise, he's going to slip the scene.
Awesome. I'm not familiar with all of the background of your games. Is this someone
He's
I should
someone you haven't met
recognize?
before. No, we have no one seen him again. He is. You, when you hear that name, you know there is rumor of quite a brutal vigilante who keeps the streets of A Town safe. He's sort of like an urban legend, right? Not someone who goes after the press and publicity, but is aggressive.
Yeah, I probably like take note, and yeah, and I don't give much chase. Now I know that there is a new player in the neighborhood. Yeah, I probably like jump down and report back in. This is the Paladin. I need a couple of ambulances and a arrest vehicle over here ASAP. Yeah, I want to get some help to those guys, and probably then go join the team if I can manage. We'll see.
Yeah, I think let's see how they react. But yeah, I think ambulances arrive. He hit, or they hit hard. This regard, you say this was not polite. Whatever they did here, he has broken limbs. Do you want to take a look at any of the sort of the guns or any evidence they have on them before we parallel out of this scene, or do you want to do that later on? That can always happen back at the pre-stick later if you're going to rush to see the team.
Yeah, I'm going to grab one of the guns because I might not be an expert over here. I'm going to grab one of their guns and then just like tell to the police officers on the side, just like, I think we have a new player on town, Rakshasa. I will go after him later. I have another call. I need to respond. Please file all the paperwork. And I'm going to just like exit the scene.
Okay. So we'll do that. We'll go back to the others down in the underground lab. What's happening with you guys and gals?
I'm going to go check out the cells, see what I can find there.
The cells primarily show well, there are animals in the cells, all sorts of things, very dogs, monkeys. There's something that's in here, and it's clear that a number of them have had experimentation and surgery done to them.
Like what makes me aware that like there's been surgery done to them?
Oh, they have visible cybernetic implants and modifications that have been done to them.
Yeah, I guess Kim's gonna stick her hand through the cages and try to get maybe one of the monkeys to come to her to see like what's what with them.
They are, I think, yeah, you can comfort and support NPCs as well. So do roll a comfort support or a pierce the mask, your choice, to see if you can attract them.
All right, so I'm doing a comfort and support, and that was a 7.
I think the ape sort of pulls back to begin with, and then as you try to coo it and call it over, it sort of limps towards you and sort of puts its head against your hand, accepting of the kindness.
I think I'm going to try. I'm going to probably holler that there's just some animals that have been experimented on, and then I think I'm going to try to break the baby out of the cage.
Cool. I won't. Yeah, it's locked from the outside, but you can press the lock and release it, so that's not a problem. When that is being done, what are you up to, Dynamic?
I don't really know. I think mostly looking frustrated with the lack of things to punch and obvious ways to investigate this scene.
There are guards here again who are knocked out, but there are guards in the scene. There are lab systems here, so there are things, probably computers, that you can explore if you want to do that as well.
Yeah, I think I nod over to the Grey Ghost, and I say, "Do you want to do good hero, bad hero on one of these guys, or you know what? You probably got that all by yourself, right? No one hides from the Grey Ghost, that kind of thing, yeah." You're muted.
Dynamic, I'm busy. Are they even conscious?
I can get them conscious.
Do whatever you need. Do what you must. But I'm trying to track down the sub.
Okay. I will shock one awake, and I think I'll even pull out my camera. I'll rip off his mask. I'll pull out a camera, my phone.
You pull the helmet away, and he's a nondescript. Got that clear sort of military look to him in terms of a buzz cut. Sweat around his brow, sort of slight look of concussion as you pull the helmet away. As you sort of zap him up, and he's looking at you, and he sort of goes, "Oh shit."
Yeah, oh shit, huh? Like, smart for the camera, my man. Like, any second now, everyone's gonna see that you're, like, this will be. I think it'll be a short trial, won't it? When we find, like, I've got you lying here, surrounded by all this high-tech illegal stuff. Looks pretty open and shut, huh?
He says, "You gotta let me go, man.
I mean,
You don't know what she'll do to us."
who's she?
It said Scarlet Lady.
Well, maybe I might. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll send this directly to her, huh? Someone just said her name on camera. I think that's probably a bad idea, right? How about you tell me everything that went down here with a friend of mine? And maybe I'll let you be the one who gets to go out of all of your little friends. And I'll even delete this piece of footage.
So it sounds to me like you're trying to provoke them. You can try to pierce the mask equally, depending how you want to roll this scene.
I think I'll just go with straight up provoke, to be honest. Which is superior. I think I'm fairly good at superior. Yes, I'm really good at superior. It's funny having all the labels from where we were at the last session. You know, like that takes me all the way up to an 11.
Cool. So on 11, they do what you want and said, "Look, man, I'll tell you everything you know. I know. I tell you everything I know. She came in, all guns blazing. No, she took us down, and she would have got all the way through, but Beatdown was here.
Beatdown.
Yeah.
The established character? I can't remember.
No, you haven't come.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
said the Scarlet Lady pays top whack for mercenaries. Beatdown took her out, and then made a break for it with her. Said, you know, they set off the self-destruct for the base. Something obviously went wrong. Otherwise, this whole damn thing would have come down. Scarlet Lady don't like people in here. Shit.
Self-destruct? Guys?
That would have been the smoke.
Yeah, are we sure it's over?
Let me check. Hang on, and I'll pull up the microphone that I dipped into the water and was trying to get a phonograph reading to try and identify the sub, and I'll start actually trying to hack the systems of the or at least scan the local area to find out what's going on.
Where do I find Beatdown?
That you're going to need to assess the situation.
Okay. Oh, that's a 5.
Well, the good thing is you mark potential, and the great thing is what you also figure out is the self-destruct was the timer is malfunctioned in terms of the switch, but this wasn't everything. This entire base is on a set of explosives, and the as your scan hits it, you sort of there's a whir of energy, and a timer starts moving again, and you have 10 seconds before this place goes up. What do you do, team?
Everyone out now. Into the water.
Yeah, I am going to grab all of the goons that I can do and haul them into the, yank them into the water by their body armor.
So I'd like you to unleash your powers to be able to pull them all together with you with your metallic and energy powers.
Oh, yeah. That's a 10.
Okay, so you grab pretty much, all of the goons. Nox, what are you doing?
So I think that there's probably like a, shit. And then like I'm probably grabbing the monkey and just trying to like run as fast as I can into the water.
Okay, there is more than one submarine. I just to reinstate. So if people want to try and grab a sub, they're welcome to, or they can jump into the
In
water.
10 seconds, we're not going to get into a sub.
Yeah, okay. So you hit into the
We
water.
just need to get people into the water just to shelter us from.
You hit into the water, and then there is a series of explosions, and the substructure for the building sort of collapses down. This is the point where you arrive outside, Paladin, getting ready for action, and you look and you literally see that the building has collapsed, and suddenly outside in the streets around you, vehicles stop moving. This explosion is enough to cause gridlock in the neighborhood.
To cause what?
Gridlock in the neighborhood, right? Boom.
Yeah.
So yeah, but the building has collapsed, right? It is panic of this is a big enough explosion to cause attraction, and as far as you know, your team are down there, and you're on the outside. So how do you react? How are you gonna?
So now it's me on the rooftop looking at the collapsing building. I'm
Yeah.
probably going to comms. Guys, are you still in there? The building is collapsing.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect answer. I think we're too far underground to actually get a signal out.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I probably need to look for some way in there. Maybe they need my help. I have no idea where they are, so I probably am looking for some way in somewhere.
So why don't you assess the situation to see if you can spot something for me? Really with superior.
Yeah. Unless I see someone in dire need of saving, like some civilians or something that would take priority.
No, there's no civilians here.
Yeah. Man, I'm racking the potential. It's a 6.
Yeah, unfortunately, you sort of look, and the devastation of this makes you believe that no one could have got out of that alive. They're all dead. Damn you for being late.
Oh man, I think.
I think you might feel a bit guilty.
Yeah, I think it's a straight guilty, and yeah, I think I would go to the comms and just like say, this is the Paladin speaking. We need some fire department here in the docks. I don't have an invention to invent the name of the street. The warehouse number 34 just blew up. We need some fire department over here, and bring some ambulances as well. And yeah, I think we see like Paladins like sit on the rooftop, being like kind of like a crushed, like just I should have gotten here sooner. Maybe I could have saved them. Yeah.
Speaking of being crushed, elsewhere, the other three of you, the guards, the monkey that Nox is carrying, you're in the cold, dark water. You didn't get everyone out. Certainly, there were animals and other things in there, but that building has now collapsed. What's your plan of escape?
The sub. Get in the sub.
I actually quite like the idea that the subs have been crushed and we're going to have to swim our way out, holding our breath in the meantime.
Sure.
Because I think that could actually set up some really nice tension.
Sure.
So how are you? So you've got to get effectively. Yeah. Does anyone want to assess the situation to see if there's a way out or something like that? Or any playbook moves anyone wants to fire off?
I've done an awful lot of assessing the situation, so if someone else wants to take the lead for change on this.
The other one that could be used is dynamics in a china shop to literally barrel your way out.
Oh yeah, I'd love that. Just because it wasn't sure if it would count as a directly engaging a threat in this sense.
It's more, yeah. It's an unleash your powers really to pull out. Probably,
I also didn't want to keep being the. I'm more than happy to be the the Swiss Army knife of superpowers and do similar to what I did when we blew up the first warehouse, and just like pull apart some of the wreckage and everything to clear a way for people to get through.
Cool. So to do that would be an unleash of your powers to reshape the environment then.
Yeah. Oof, that is only a 4. So miss.
So what I'm going to do there is you sort of push out the electricity, but it arcs in the water. I'm going to ask both Nox and Great Ghost to take a powerful blow.
Yeah, kind of electricity in the water, kind of like a dangerous business.
That's my thinking, right? So
yeah, he's like magnetism and electric powers, but he doesn't. I don't think he's focused too heavily on the subtle side of electromagnetism.
I got a 3.
The Grey Ghost is impervious to both electricity and dynamic tomfoolery.
I got a 6.
So both of you stand strong. What does that look like? How do you manage not to get electrocuted, Grey Ghost?
I think when this goes off, I'm actually trapped on the other side of the sub that actually was hit by falling rubble. So the sub was sinking, and basically, as this goes off, it earthed into the sub rather than into me.
And Nox, what does it look like for you?
I think that Nox learned pretty quickly that sometimes dynamics powers can get a little sparky. So I think that Jem probably made some alterations to their hood and stuff, so that it's shock resistant.
Cool, that's great. But I think it's even on that was the effect. But even on a fail, that's enough. As your powers sort of slam out and cause the rubble to explode outwards, and you see this Paladin, as you see the subtle environmental manipulation of dynamic going off with a boom, as the sort of it all explodes outwards, and you can see there's a chance for you to pull them all out.
Yeah, I probably like jump in and take my gun out, and I say rope and hook, and I start shooting into the water, the ropes and hooks, hopefully that they can like latch on and I can like pull them out from there.
That's an unleash your powers, and as long as you're successful in your unleash your powers, then no problem.
Yeah, well, let's
Don't
see.
fail because you're shooting pointy things at us. So.
Yeah, let's have fun. But I need to consider, is it relying on my training? No, doesn't feel like. Can't use this. We'll see. It's a 9.
Someone want to spend a point of team? You got 1.
Sure.
What does that look like?
I think there's one shot that's off, that's slightly off, and it's like a groggy dynamic just going like and just like slightly turning it aside, like small deflection.
Cool. So
Yeah.
you pull them out. Do you want to describe what that looks like for us, Paladin?
Yeah, so I shot this like a rope and hook down into the water. I suppose they all latch on, and I was just like, super pulling them through the water and the rubble and the underground, and yeah, I like help them each out of this hole. Oh my God, guys! I was so afraid. I was certain none of you have survived this explosion. It felt so horrible to be the last one on the scene and see it. Guys, I'm so happy to see you alive.
There's goons. Come on, goons. Get up here.
Oh, there are so many of you. That's why the rope was so heavy.
Yeah, there's no problem with you now to just sort of pull them out with your powers as you sort of.
Nox, are you okay?
Just a little damp, but I found a friend.
Yeah, I spotted. I'm not sure if.
Don't we already have a mascot?
I'm not sure if our building allows pets.
Well, what they don't know won't hurt them. I kind of like put an arm protectively around the monkey.
I will take off my cloak, wring it out, and put it over you, all the while shivering terribly.
Yeah, I'm sure that Sparky is there, and is like just like going around your legs, waving the tail, and Well, Sparky's also really happy to see you all alive.
Can we get somewhere warm, please?
Jeff pulls up in his van.
Yeah, I think Jeff pulls up in his van and sort of gets it out and gets the camera.
And I'm like, no, man.
he's looking at it and goes, "Oh man, it was a good one."
As an aside, the water was cold, but it was not that cold. And the grey ghost is shivering, shaking slightly.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, you still got that blanket in the back?
Yeah, I think that Nox is looking off the cloak that Oriflame gave, or the Grey Ghost gave her, and her own coat, and kind of rewrap it around you and says, "Don't be stupid. You're freezing."
I'm fine.
Yeah, you I mean, you've
Fine.
looked better, hon.
Uh,
Come on, let's get you something warm.
I need to go, and I'm reaching for my grappling hook and shooting it off and ziplining away.
I'm gonna try to follow.
I look as this drama goes on, and I just look at look, they got Cirus, they got Bluebird.
Okay, but yeah. So did you guys were arguing downstairs? What happened to Grey Ghost? Why are they so angry?
I mean, they're just cold and wet, man. Like, who knows? But they'll work it out. We got business to do, man. We got beat down to find.
Beat who? I mean, who needs a beat down?
No, it's a guy or something, right? It's like some mook hired by the Scarlet Lady.
Oh man, so many new players. Like today, I just met this Rakshasa guy.
Rakshasa's real?
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to bust him down for injuring the criminals. So it isn't exactly a crime, but I will have to find him and have a chat with him. But yeah, he's real.
Yeah. Jeff, like, how about like a new segment? Revealing the Rakshasa, like tracking down an urban legend. How does that? Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Juanita's gonna love it, man. That's gonna be such a cool gig.
Yeah, I feel like the Isabella gem. I'm curious, as members of the team, I guess we know that you live together. Do we know that there's like anything more than just roomies?
Didn't we ask you out on a double date with Bluebird?
I think it was a accidental double date in that you were at the restaurant and I was at the restaurant, rather than which I mainly engineered because you'd asked Bluebird out and then bailed on her. So, but it depends on whether or not I saw you.
I think you've seen us on a date.
Yeah. I suppose I play it with Paladin, like, couples, right?
Yeah, I would assume.
I'll be honest with you, man. That whole like family relationship stuff, it's so complicated. I mean, like I honestly, supervillain for a dad is way more straightforward than superhero sidekick sister and legacy of multiple family vigilantes, right? Like, we should stay way back from this one.
Yeah, if you have some scary stories about some supervillains or some naughty siblings, you can always talk to me.
Sure, Cirus. But we got to find Beatdown, and we can put the Beatdown on Beatdown. That's going to be the name of the episode.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. let's go searching. Because why not? And then you can fill me up on all of the. You can fill me in on all of the details that you found down there.
Yeah.
Are they gonna be okay?
I mean, I don't. It may seem strange coming from me, Cyrus, but I honestly don't think that my involvement, is going to make anything any better.
Cool. I'll go later to talk to Grey Ghost. I have some business to them, but I will go later to speak to them.
I was thinking we could maybe investigate beatdown using our Paladin's lovely new connections.
I think that seems perfectly fine, but I think we are just about out of time for today. So we're going to pick up on you chasing down beatdown and Nox catching up with Grey Ghost next
There's
time.
some very dramatic scenes on a rooftop somewhere.
That's our shtick. That really is our shtick.
Yeah.
It's not real romantic if it's not done on a midnight rooftop. That's the so it's not a serious relationship. They're not on a rooftop sharing their feelings. Okay, so we will draw down